Hi everyone, so this is the accumulation and momentum data analysis for 22nd of July. So today we actually opened higher for all the segments, that is the large caps, mid caps and the small caps, but we kind of continue moving down slowly to kind of end the day near the day's low, right? So all the indices ended in the red, hardly one or two in the whole Nifty indices, right? Hardly one or two ended in the green, but rest of them kind of ended in the red, right? So we look at the news as well as the data. So the important news that I found today was that in the first half of July, the FPIs have sold IT stocks aggressively. So almost 5,479 crores they have sold in the IT sector. So from January to June, that is in the first 6 months of the year, they have almost sold 30,000 crores of IT stocks. So what is happening in IT is this large cap IT stocks are under a lot of pressure. The results have not been that great. The growth has not been that good. But the mid-tier IT companies is where all the action is. The mid and the small, they are actually showing growth, posting better set of numbers. So those are actually, if you look at most of the charts, right, most of those stocks are actually hitting or near to the high. So one can actually start concentrating on the mid and the small cap IT names, kind of ignore the large caps because clearly there is problem with the large cap IT names. And also few other segments where they kind of sold the FPIs in the first half of July were FMCG and autos as well, right? But they kind of bought as well. So the if you look at the sectors where they kind of bought was metals and mining because of the whole rare earth thing that is happening, right? So on the rare earth, China is clearly not in the mood to kind of send it to the send it to India. So that is why the Indian electronic manufacturers are struggling quite a bit, right? From Foxconn, who is having trouble kind of making all these Apple AirPods and all of that, right? So government is kind of trying to push that up. So that is why in the last few days, if you look at it, a lot of these rare earth kind of or mining stocks have done pretty well, right? So that is where the money is kind of moving, and also in the service sector, you would see that money is kind of moving into. Now, coming to the accumulation. So, the large cap accumulation saw a very small improvement today, but the momentum continues to slow down, right? Usually, when you see kind of 2 days of continuous improvement, that is when you know that we have kind of made a bottom and started to move up. Yesterday, we just had one spike, and again, we have gone even low. So that means there is still pressure. So what is happening is these FIS had a target of 25,000 for the Nifty for December of 2025, right? So we are still midway, that is July. We have already hit 25,000. So what is happening is continuously they are kind of selling and kind of booking profit, right? Until someone kind of keeps raising the Nifty target for year end, we might see flows coming in and a rally as well coming in. But until that happens, these guys are going to continuously keep on booking profit around these levels. So coming to mid caps again for the second day in a row saw a rise in accumulation, but the momentum continues to kind of slow down, right? See, what does this momentum tell us? The momentum tells us that a few of them have actually started moving down. It is not like all the mid cap stocks have moved down. What is this generally shows is a few of them have started moving down. So it kind of tells us a broad, gives us a broad idea about how a net at the end of the day if most stocks have moved up or they have come down. So here there is a definite cool off happening in the mid cap momentum as well. And coming to the small cap accumulation, this is a good sign. It is kind of coming close to the highs that we had on 17th, right? If you look at it past 1 month or 1.5 month kind of data, we are nearing the highs for that in small caps, right? So this is also a good thing. But again, here as well, continuous drop in momentum is what we are seeing. So probably the pain is going to last for a while in this. What I'm seeing right now in the market is whichever stock there is growth, there is announcement of a capex and things like that, those stocks continue to do well, right? Rest, where there is kind of a drop in results, especially the ones where the valuations are too high, you would want to be careful in those, right? If the street does not like what the results are posted, especially when they are highly valued, those guys are definitely seeing the stock drop 10%, 15% and stuff, right? So make sure that whichever stock you're in, it is reasonably valued along with growth, or it is at a premium, but there is growth happening. In case there is a drop in growth, then usually such stocks go for a toss, right? Hope this helps. I'll see you tomorrow after the session. Thank you.